In the writing of CV and application letter, CV for curriculum vitae and AL for application letter, WAs are required. So what is required here are the three things: WA, WS, and WSS. For today, we will be covering basically the WA. Now, your WA is defined as your feelings or thoughts towards tasks or people. Our keyword here are feelings or thoughts because they refer to how we behave in front of people and toward our work. And under the WA also, we have these 6 attributes, and we will be guided by our acronym DHICAC. Now, each of this will be covered or identified. And knowing these different 6 WA will help you in your CV and application letter writing. So D will stand for dependable. And by the way, this is from page 46 to 47 of the text. H shall stand for honest. I for independent. The first C will be for your committed with a double A, M and a double T. A will be the adaptable. And the last C will stand for your courteous. Now, under each of these, they have their own definitions. For example, dependable is when people rely on you. Honest is when you're being truthful to people. Independent is taking responsibility by yourself. Being committed is giving extra time to any work that you do. Adaptable is looking at changes in a positive way. And courteous is defined as respecting people's feelings. Now, this DHICAC also have their own examples. And these general examples are very important because where do we use these examples? Okay, for instance, under dependable, we have 4 examples for this. What are these examples? You find this in the second column of the text, is it not? This is being well organized, doing things on time. And under honest, we have also 4 examples: being truthful, using resources in the proper way, and the rest, these are in the next column. Independent, we have also 3, doing things without continuous guidance, and the rest. Being committed is taking responsibility for one's own errors. Adaptable is you have also 3 or 4 examples, and under courteous is we have 2 examples. I think independent also has 4 examples. Okay, this is 4 examples, this is 3 examples, this is 3, and that is 2. Now, what is the use of these examples? The principle behind these examples is if the ad, for example, is looking for an applicant and the applicant should be dependable, this is you. You are the applicant. Now, you want to prove that you are dependable. So how do you prove that? You have to give examples. Notwithstanding, of course, that you can give your own examples, but these examples are found in the text plus your own, because of course you have your own examples on these ones. So as with the WA and the WSS, it's the same. The ad is looking for someone who is honest. You are the applicant. You need to prove that you are honest, so you have to give examples. And you can use the examples, general examples, which are found in the text, of course, plus your own, since you have been acting, like that for all the times. Now, where do you use this also in relation to your CV and your ad? These examples will be used for CV. Where do you use this? Particularly, this will be used or this will be shown in the abilities. Because remember that you have to list in your abilities, what do you list? First, you have to list your WSS, and then your WA, and then your WS. I'm talking about this. So you will use this WA in the abilities. Also, you will be using this in the achievements portion because under the achievements, you are supposed to give examples of WA achievements. Next, for these examples also, you will be using them in your application letter. So where do you use this in your application letter? This will be found particularly in paragraph 3 and in paragraph 4 because these are the paragraphs where you are supposed to show that you have the WA. And I say on an exclamation point just to emphasize to you that you need to know how these WAs are working in your application letter. Finally, since the ad will be talking about these WA in different words, you also need to know what are the different words for WA. For example, and this is supposed to be known by you by heart, for example, under dependable, we have other words for this one, and you need to know the other words. Why do you have to know the other words? Because the ad will be using other words which are not only the DHIC-AC. So for example, for dependable, they can use the word reliable. And again, for honest, honest is actually coming with the same word. So far, there's no synonym for this. Under independent, we have one word for this as another word. This is what we call self-starter because you begin to make decisions by yourself and take responsibility of any error by yourself. Under what we call here committed, we have two of this. What are these? You have your dedicated and you have your get it done attitude. There are two. And then under your adaptable, this is a little lengthy. It's a little long. What are these under the so-called adaptable? We have flexible. That is one. There's no other board which I could write. Also here is ability to learn quickly and can work in a fast-paced dynamic environment. So there are three other words for adaptable. And under courteous, there is only one word for this. Courteous is customer focused. This is the other word. Now, let's go back.
Thank you.